luck, sir.
Good luck to you.
Let's not roll.
Yeah, that sounds good. None of that yappy mumbo jumbo.
Yeah. That's not very high.
That's below. Alright. I'll be able to play.
Sounds good.
I can keep this.
And we're working on getting live here.
Are we good to go, Nelson?
Yeah.
You guys can go ahead and start. I'll just do what
Yeah, I sent up here by request. So I get a clue. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. I'll swing one. Sure. Winner. Okay.
Testing.
Nothing.
Testing.
So what did Brandon say?
He said he was interested. He said tonight was bad because he had work stuff. But
I mean, it's probably always gonna be bad for that reason then.
well, no, he has like a monthly report that he has to do. I'm sure if he knew
Ahead of time,
ahead of time. He could
like
have gotten it.
half a week ahead of time. And we asked him last Thursday, right?
Yeah. I didn't even ask him last Wednesday.
So I don't know. I'd love it if he did. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, I told him we'd be stoked about it. And then it's fun. I was like, man, all you have to do is sit there and like you get JD and I in your ear, and then all you have to do is adjust life totals, and you get to snipe at us in the chat, and we don't get to talk back because we can't see the chat.
Right.
It'd be a blast. Correct. But we can hear each other. We can hear each other like this. So can we just fire off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Alright, team. We had some, oh, there I go.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you
Oh,
now.
there we go. And we're back. So we're 3 turns in on Esper Walkers versus Mono White Humans here at GameSwap Mason. Wednesday Night Standard.
Brought to you by Top Deck Productions.
Top Deck Productions. And let's see what Bobby pulls off the top of his deck here. He produced...
Looks like a
Grasp of
Darkness. Doesn't have the mana for it.
This is exactly the kind of start Mono White Humans wants, though. 1, 2, 3 creatures. And he had time to cast a Declaration of Stone somewhere in there.
Got rid of that Jace.
It shows him the swamp.
Bobby with a full grip and 15 life.
That's a lot of life. I bet you he's staring down a languish right now, trying to decide whether to pull the trigger or not. It's only 4 damage, so the life is life total looks good.
But he can't afford to let that Gideon flip. Or that Kithian flip into Gideon, rather. That'd be very bad for him. Fires a Grasp up on the Kithian there.
Yep, no indestructible for you, sir. Drops down to a little bit of a lower life total. Now this is a card out of Origins that I'm gonna miss. I thought Knight of the White Orchid didn't really get its day in the sun, but it's
There's like a good month where this was the best deck, and it was an integral part of that deck.
yeah. I just think that card's super fun. It makes playing the aggro deck feel like you're not as far behind.
Okay.
Like if Isaiah got to tap out there and put maybe another creature into play or something like that.
He had a Thalia's Lieutenant in hand, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what he's holding his mana up for.
Maybe he's just
Slow rolling to get around the
languish.
which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Lieutenant on this turn it's +1 damage. It's interesting.
So he's got 4 attacking right now, which is kind of the sweet spot. But if we can up that to
7.
Yeah.
Becomes 7. Yeah, he found a
counterspell there.
counterspell. Is that just a is that one just like a hinder reprint where it just exiles it?
Hinder put it on the top or the bottom. But yeah, it's just cancel with exile. It's also devoid, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it counters any spell and exiles it if it's countered that way.
Very nice.
Thinking again, Bobby should be down to about 9, I think. After that attack. And more land. Yeah, I think this is right where you want to be if you're Bruggeman. Building up the mana base.
Take in 4 a turn.
Well, I mean, at this point, he gets to fire up the Shambling Vent, block something. And he still has 3 mana available in the second main to counter some spells or whatever it is he wants to do. Yeah, fire it up, Bruggs.
I'm not a big fan of this attack with the Anointer.
Yeah, well, he's clearly tapped his land incorrectly here. Yeah, so you want to at least leave up the blue-black land to present a counterspell even if you don't have one.
Yeah, if he holds up the Anointer there, he can kill the Shambling Vent or save the Thraben Inspector.
Oh yeah, I didn't even consider that line of attack. I guess he's surmised that languish doesn't exist.
Right.
Bobby's had enough turns available to cast it. And his life total creeps. Oh, I guess it stayed the same because the vent, gets
Yeah, it was
the
just a
deal too and
wash.
soaks him up too.
Yeah, Shambling Vent's doing a good job of stonewalling Isaiah's team here.
Card's very powerful. Think it's gonna get better because this any kind of black-white deck, you get a fast land now, and so you got a lot of options.
Sure. I mean, you lose the Pain Land, which hurts, but there we go.
Hurts me deeply because a I want to cast this thought not serious.
You just want to jam some Eldrazi.
I know, I'm in love.
You can't get enough. Look, man, I don't blame you.
Just can't get enough.
I had enough of the Eldrazi and Modern this winter.
Oh, they're still around.
They are still around. They're much more acceptable now.
Do you think Bobby has any good blocks here?
I think he's got an Avacyn in hand.
Oh. Yeah,
And that makes for some good blocks.
So yes, Bobby has excellent blocks here. No, you gotta make sure we don't miss that trigger. Whoop. All right. It's not a situation where you stop the game. I don't think he's allowed to miss things.
What's that? His Avacyn trigger?
Yeah.
Is that another creature he controls, or just any other creature?
Oh, is it a creature he controls?
I think so. A non-angel he controls.
Yeah, I'm a moron.
Alright, so Isaiah here needs some help off the top. It looks like he drew a, I guess it's a Kythian, which definitely helps. But this is a pretty tough spot to be in, staring down an Avacyn.
Yeah, he's got him so close.
So if he attacks in such a way that it's safe to get through an Avacyn, he can just fire up the Shambling Vent and block, and then when the Shambling Vent dies, it'll flip the Avacyn and wipe his board.
Right. If I were Isaiah, I might have pumped the brakes there a little bit. We know he has Declaration in Stone in his deck.
Okay, so just kind of dig for it.
Yeah, I mean that's the best you can do. I mean, you've got the. Oh, he's got a flip card in his hand. Is it
Yeah.
Handware Watchkeep? Is that what the card is?
I'm pretty sure it's Kythian. Well, I don't think it's Kythian because it's the wrong flip card. Could be the Militia Captain.
Or a Town Gossip Monger?
That one's not going to do him a whole lot of good. Well, he's got a lot of mana, so he could pump it up a lot.
Right. Yeah, you get to fight with some ferocity there.
Oh, this flips.
Whoops.
Oh, this card has a backside.
It's the best red card in Standard for another 2 weeks.
I don't know that it is anymore. I think Kozilek's Return is much better now. But there was definitely a time.
When the backside of Avacyn was the best red card in Standard.
Yeah, for sure. Those were dark days.
They were red days.
I think they were non-red days. Looks like we're getting a little bit of digging power here. I've got a Thraben Inspector. We'll get a clue.
Yeah, fire it off. So you notice the aggro deck has 7 lands in play.
Right.
This is not where you want to be as an aggro deck.
No, I would imagine not.
Anytime you're interested in ending the game quickly, the more lands you draw, every one beyond the third is basically a mulligan.
Alright, so we've got one turn here.
Yup.
So he could draw the deck in stone, which saves him a little bit.
Yeah, if Bobby just has 0 counter spells.
We could do, and always watching makes things interesting. Always watching with Town Gossip Monger is a pretty underrated interaction, I think.
Oh, that's solid. Always watching is a heck of a Magic the Gathering card.
Yes, it is.
I really hope it makes a splash with these in the new set.
Oh, and Ob Nixilis. An Anguished Unmaking. Man, Bobby's hand is just stacked. This is not good for Isaiah.
Not good for our hero. There's gotta be a card that ends the game, right? Top next, let's just end the game. Just...
Is Ob Nixilis target player?
No, I don't think it destroys target player.
Oh. Unfortunate. That would have been
No,
a good one.
it
Is it you draw a card and lose one life?
yeah.
Makes sense.
I think it'd be sweet if we could pull it up. So yeah, the debate for best red card in Standard is about to be over, right?
The debate is about to be over with a new Chandra coming out. According to me.
According to you, now when we initially talked about this, I snapped off I don't think it's very good. It really felt like with the fourth ability, the second +1 ability where she's adds red mana, it doesn't feel like it's obviously good, right?
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't feel like a very powerful thing to be doing.
So it gives it versatility, which is huge for planeswalkers. It gives you another way to protect it the turn it comes into play. So if you have a 2-drop, you can fire it off along with your 4-drop, or you can drop a removal spell, like one of the many volcanic hammers available to you in the Standard format.
Yeah.
Plus, after you untap with it, it's much better because
Yeah,
it
then
gets
we
you
have-
to like some big emerge guys.
Or we
Gear
emerge it with
Hulks.
it?
I mean, you just have a lot of options. That's why it's so good, is it fits into a lot of different strategies. I can see where people would think it would not be very good right now,
Mm-hmm.
because red has been so bad for the past couple,
For so long.
not so long.
When was the last time red was good?
Like, all those Atarka decks were insane. Like, Atarka Red was the deck to beat for a long time.
Alright, I'll give you that.
It's really just been like a season or two. Ever since Innistrad came out.
So do you think Chandra's $50 good?
I'm not one to really talk about finance, I don't think. I don't think it'll go down. Do I think it's worth $50? It really depends on what kind of play it sees in Modern and Legacy.
Yeah, I'm really not interested in paying more than 20 on a non-standard card. Or on a card that's only in standard.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be something that I'm going to play in decks and, like, take to PPTQs and take to Star City and take to GPs and, like, I know it's...
Game days.
In game days, I will splurge on a game day. Don't tempt me. Then I'm okay with spending a little bit more, but... Yeah, I'm not a big fan of spending a ton of money.
Yeah, I think this is one where if you want to play it, you're going to get to play it for a while. I don't think they'd go this far without making sure that it's playable, but I definitely don't think it is $50 cornerstone of the format. But if you're turned on by it, by all means, you're gonna get your 18 months with it. You know?
Yeah. That's 2 babies worth.
Yeah, that's 2 full gestation periods.
Yeah.
Human gestation periods. I think it's like
True.
one and a half elephant gestation periods or something.
I mean, it is the elephant in the room, so I guess that comparison makes a little more sense.
A little bit. I tied it together. I was just thinking about other...
You were just thinking about pachyderms, and you just had to relate them somehow. Is that what it was?
Pachyderms? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about something with a longer gestation period. And now I'm trying to think of the thing with the longest gestation period, which might just be like a planet or a star.
Sure. I don't know if you would call that a gestation period, though.
Like, well, it's the same thing. Like it. Anyway. Back to the
Anyway.
Magic the Gathering.
There's no Magic the Gathering here. What are you talking about? It's about to be Magic the Chandring.
Yeah. What are we gonna? We're gonna have some feature matches with Chandra in them.
Yeah. Like
Alright.
nonstop. It's gonna be disgusting.
Looks like I'm gonna have to start taking over selecting the matches.
You're not gonna be able to find 2 players that don't have Chandra in their deck.
Yeah. Gosh.
So if the control deck that comes out is like a Grixis control deck or like some offshoot of this Is It Machine Gun control that we're seeing now, then I mean it just slots right into that. Just like turn 4, add 2 red mana, play another guy like the O3,
Yeah.
Or-
Thermal Alchemist.
or fire off some removal, or fire off a Tormenting Voice. Or like worst case scenario, you don't have any other 2 drops, you just dome them for 2. Seems pretty good.
Yeah, that is brutal that you can dome people like on the plus.
Right?
I don't know who we're thanking for this one, but thanks R&D.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Which R&D member do you want to blame for Chandra dominating Standard for the next 3 months?
I think it depends on whether it actually dominates or not. Because I have an R&D member I like to blame for things, like actual things.
Yeah.
And I have an R&D member that I like to sarcastically blame for things.
Okay. We'll reserve judgment then.
Yeah, we'll reserve judgment on that.
Alright. So it looks like we've each gone to 6. We had some scries go on there. And...
Oh my. Firing off with a Gossip Monger. The good Evolving Wilds.
It's pretty good. I'm a fan of the non-foil promo, personally.
I am also a fan of non-foil
Woo!
promos in general. Oh man, this is going to get nasty.
Yeah. Oh man, he got a planes too. That means his removal spells could like that help him here are ultimate price,
Mm-hmm.
and we know he has Grasp of Darkness in his deck.
And Anguished Unmaking. But that's not going to be where you want to be.
Right. No, that Gossip Monger flips, and you just take one on the teeth. Yeah. All right, here we go.
This is going to get gross. Time to get gossiping.
I believe in you.
That's a removal spell.
Yep. Man, that card got cast against me in Modern.
Oh, really?
Woo-wee. It was a good one.
Yeah, it's a good card in Modern. Very good card in Standard, too.
I see that.
Oh, he's got his own clue. He came prepared.
Got the SCG clue. What's that guy's name? Max McCall?
Max something.
Yep. Control deck's just land and pass. This is right where you want to be. Took care.
Isaiah's not in a great spot. He really wanted to get another swing in with that Gossip Monger. Another that's a Griff Spoon. That's pretty good.
Yeah, man. I wonder if this. Yeah, here's
Draws the always watching.
Here's a Griff Spoon.
Suit him up.
See, now here, do you attack with both, since we've seen the Blessed Alliance?
No, you're fine with losing your 3-minute Inspector, right?
See, now here's a situation where the problem Isaiah ran into last game is mitigated by the fact that he has this Griff Spoon that can keep coming back. It gives him something to do every turn with his mana,
Right.
and it makes every creature he draws so much better.
Speaking of making every creature he draws so much better, we've got a potential always watching here, which is big game. Now that Anointer's gonna get in there.
Yeah, that's 5. Oh, 6. What? Look at the synergies.
Taste it.
That's a lot. That's a full third of Bobby's life total. You can't take that another time. Definitely can't handle another one of those.
So I'm assuming Bobby has an Avacyn in hand. And Isaiah's going to assume that as well if he just passes here. At this point, the Thraben Inspector is big enough to just take down an Avacyn, though.
Yeah, you can inspect it.
You can inspect
But the Avacyn block does not yield the result you're looking for. With the takedown, it gains indestructible. Yeah, it's takedown and Obnixilis. I don't think you can let that live.
No, you definitely can't. So it's just a matter of swinging in for 4 here. He's got the Expedition Envoy, it looks like, as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some nice.
How do you like that sequencing? Would you rather have the counter on the Thalia's Lieutenant or the Expedition Envoy?
The Thalia's Lieutenant.
Okay.
It's already got a target on his head.
Oh my, that's another always watching.
Oh, they're
That's
really
gonna
watching
be
now.
Gross. Bobby was planning on sitting back on his Avacyn. I don't know that that's an option anymore.
It is not. Everybody's got 4 power, Bob.
I mean, Avacyn will get indestructible.
But what he can do here is if Bob blocks... There we go. So what he has to... He had to block that guy because everybody's toughness was also 4, and the Anointer could pump the guy that was blocked.
Right. You lose 9? Blech.
Yeah, good at 2.
Looks like there's no Shambling Vent on that side to save him.
The interesting thing about Standard right now is you're watching the aggro deck play against the 3-color deck that's relying on Evolving Wilds to get its mana, and he's not behind at all.
Who's not behind?
I don't think the Esper Walker player is behind. I think if he has Languish here, he's in great shape.
I mean, he's still at 2 life. His back's totally against the wall. There's 2 Griff Spoons in the yard.
Any removal spell saves him.
Assuming Isaiah doesn't have a removal spell as well.
He needs to cast a removal spell here. I wouldn't let him untap. But that's...
Pretty sure, spoiler alert, Isaiah has a Deck and Stone in hand.
Yeah. Is that the one we've been waiting on?
6 mana. Sorin will get him out of this.
Yeah, he gets to gain some life here.
Yeah. How greedy you want to be? Ooh.
So now Bobby can't lose the game next turn.
I don't know about can't lose. No, I'm pretty sure he can't. You're right.
So it would have to be like Island Reflector Mage.
No, it could have been Knight of the White Orchid. And then into
Declaration Stone, sure. Puts him at 1.
Yeah, just put it 1 though.
Yeah, I still don't have a clue how Bobby's going to win this game.
Haha! Got him.
Yeah.
Taking Soren down, yeah.
See, it's so hard with the Planeswalkers. Bobby has actually gained, like, somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 life. Because of the 2 Planeswalkers he's played. It's not negligible against a deck like this.
Certainly.
And here he's with another land coming into play tapped. Still on pace.
Languish into Jace.
Empty grip.
Oh, lands and lands. It's not where you want to be.
Yep. We call this turning the corner right here.
The old turn in the corner.
I don't know what he drew, but his end of turn looks like break this clue. Activate Jace, flip Jace.
Oh, play the land.
I think you play the land and put the Grip Spoon on.
Yeah, suit him up.
So it's a situation where Isaiah, I mean, he doesn't need the land in play. You know what I mean? He could have used the land,
Certainly.
but the advantage of using all your mana every turn is outweighs the advantage of having this hidden card in a deck where, I mean, I'll bet you if you gave Bob a sheet of paper here, he could get 50 to 55 of the cards in his deck right now.
Sure.
So you don't really, you're not gaining anything with this deception.
But it could be anything.
It could literally be anything. It could be a Swords to Plowshares.
I don't
An
think
Oblivion.
Swords is where you'd want to be. Like Mana Tithe.
Oblivion
Yeah,
Ring?
hiding this Mana Tithe. I guess Stasis Snare is pretty good here.
Gosh, if Mana Tithe were in this format, it would be sick.
See, I don't know about that.
Can you imagine Mana Tithe in this Humans deck?
Yeah. Alright.
Alright, so we're at a point in time where Isaiah could play a sorcery. This means he can activate this Grip Spoon. There we go. From the bin. This guy's a 2/2.
It's like a
2, 4, 5. 2, 4. 3. 2, 3.
2/3.
Got there.
Oh, 2 at Jace. I don't like that at all. I want to go to the dome at this point.
There was a murder in Bobby's hand. Oh man,
I'm going to draw 3.
this is a card that I would love to see take hold in Standard. I think Scarlet Laboratory is fantastic. I think it's a great payoff card in a control deck.
It's a pretty solid one. I think the issue with control right now is getting there, like getting to the point where you can scour.
The point where we're at right now.
Right.
Whoa.
Ew. We got the San Diego Comic-Con Liliana the Last Hope.
Gentle.
I'm not a big fan.
Yeah. I think it's great that Wizards puts out these promos. You know, we've got a lot of different foiling processes, etc. on the table. Seriously, you got the expedition foiling process. You have the standard one on the extended art battle lands. You got the San Diego Comic-Con. Both of the different foiling processes they've used for them.
Sure.
Yeah, Isaiah just. So the interesting thing that we didn't get to see there is how does Bobby actually win that game?
I'm sure
He
it would come down to
definitely-
like a Liliana ultimate.
Right. He can definitely prevent Isaiah from winning the game indefinitely
Sure.
with two planeswalkers that are negativing the guys all the time. It's just-
Definitely.
It's whatever.
Drawing at that turn.
Yeah, but Isaiah made an astute observation there. Sometimes, if you play around it, you'll lose.
Right.
So playing into it is the same effect. You force him to have it.
Yeah, I think it's just finding a balance. Or having the soul read. Either one of those.
Alright, so while we're on break, you guys figure out how to read souls and or find the balance.
It's not too hard. Just
It's not?
read the souls. Yeah, it's like reading the bones, but a
They're
little
less
more
tangible.
ephemeral. Yeah.
Alright, have a great break. We'll be back here in about 15-20 minutes to enjoy some more Magic the Gathering here on Top Deck Productions.
You take 6. The painful truths are extremely painful for you. And these stupid scions are protecting me from Liliana.
Did you have it? 10?
Actual Stone
Actual Stone Raid, this
What
is
are you doing?
Go. This is the situation, this is why.